for feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Guard pair, Porter and Trent. Green is out there with Nance, and it's Portis in at the center filling out the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Johnson goes in. Basket counts. Johnson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Spurs. Bucks trail by 9, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keldon Johnson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keldon Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. The Spurs making a switch here. Lyons checked in.
Substitution. Number 11.
Green inside the three-point line, and the Bucks miss again.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Checked in for Nance. The Spurs also changing it up. Champagne's checked in, and Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Fox. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Bucks trail by 9. Right side, Porter. That shot missing. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Boy, you got to respect the long range accuracy of Barnes now. When he gets a little daylight, he's dangerous from the perimeter.
13 foul.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Bucks miss again.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Barnes. It's hauled in by Trent. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Pass to Portis. A fadeaway. Count it. Good.
When you watch Portis, he's not just a good jump shooter for a 6'10 guy. Bobby's just a straight-up good shooter, period.
Over in the corner, Barnes releases. Barnes with another miss. Bucks trail by 10. Here's Portis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. they can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Portis. Zhang comes in for A.J. Green. And Rollins subbed in for Trent. The Spurs making a switch here. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Luke Cornett. Vassell comes in for Harrison Barnes. Castle's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Fox in for Jordan McLaughlin. There's Porter with the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Porter's got 30.
Porter Jr., we know he can create his own shot, but he also can knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Bucks trail by 9. Porter double team. It's Turner from deep. 3, good.
Yeah, in today's basketball world, big men have to shoot it, and Turner's got a nice touch and pretty good range out there.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Barnes is checked in for the Spurs.
San Antonio substitution. Number 40, Harrison Barnes.
Fox, and there's the drive. Yep, that goes down.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. An excellent display of speed there.
Here in Fox. His personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for Milwaukee, Kevin Porter Jr. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. That one is no good. Turner rips it down with 2 hands.
Evolving as a leader right before our eyes. It's important that Turner continue to prove he can score in big moments.
Castle cleared away by Turner.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The 3 goes down.
Kyle Kuzma, a man you can trust in the clutch. Big spots, big shots.
Now Wembanyama. Does not go in. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 16-6 run. Porter outside Kuzma. Oh, softly lays it in.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock. But they can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
Castle. And the shot goes in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Kuzma with it. And now by Barnes. It's in.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Castle. It's good.
Well, Castle's showing his ability to create and finish when the defense overcommits.
The Spurs making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. That one misses for Castle. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Rollins hits them both.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Castle, he drills the three.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Give it up.
Jang inside, covered by Vassell. It falls!
Turner showing improvement as a passer, and the more he looks to distribute the ball, the better his team is.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
With the steal. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
Turner. Oh, no good on the dunk. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. So it's San Antonio with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephon Castle.